Hello and welcome to, I think, our first investment advisory of 2021. This is Zeus Real Estate. We're a company in Dubai. It's owned by Paul Lungis, and you'll see him at the end. He has found and has the rights to market this property, and my name is Anthony, and I've put together this information to give an investor who may or may not be living in the UAE some information to see why this is not only a beautiful apartment to buy, but why it's got some real investment potential. I'm going to try and keep this to 2 minutes. So it's a corner apartment in a building called the Amna Tower at Habtoor City, which is a master planned community designed by the Habtoors. Now you can see on the right that there's all kinds of wonderful things here, and you can also see that there's a massive park right next door. So if there's one thing to take away from the Habtoor City, it's unlike downtown and the marina in that there's lots and lots of space. That chap on the right is one of Sheikh Mohammed's confidants. He has the license for, I think it's Mitsubishi, so he's one of the big 5 families, and this land right next to the canal is his, and there used to be an old hotel here but he knocked it down, and this is what he's put in its place. The Al Habtoor City, which on the left you can see, I think it's the V Hotel, which is managed by Hilton, and on the right you can see the Godolphin Stables. It's just a beautiful, beautiful resort, and out the window you can see it's got a view on the back over the business bay, and you can see the canal, and it's full of things like the Pearl, the atrium, the canal marina, the retail boulevard, the tennis academy. So it's been really master planned and well thought out. He owns it all, so he's been able to do that himself. In the map, you can see that we've got the Sheikh Zayed Road, we've got the Safa Park, which is the oldest park in Dubai, we've got all these lakes, we've got the waterfront, and there's just lots and lots of space around. If you're lucky enough, you may have been to see some of Sheikh Mo's horses in the UK, but Godolphin Stables is downstairs, so your view is green everywhere. We've also got this wonderful restaurant, Marbaya, downstairs, which is one of the top Lebanese restaurants. What I love is that you can walk from outside your door to the beach along this waterfront canal. Dubai has these, the waterfall, the Pearl is very famous, it's very pretty. Downtown is right next door, so you can see on the left of the picture over here is where we are, and you can see out your window, you can see the Burj, you can see it everywhere. Blah, 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 blah. Key points to take away: it's 10 minutes to downtown, 20 minutes to the marina, 20 minutes to Dubai Airport, the old one, and 45 minutes to the new airport. But I want you to take a look at where the canal goes, all of which is walkable, and that's the next big development for Dubai that's coming along. It's called I think it's called the Tower at the waterfront. The canal is already there and it's beautiful. I've run and cycled up it a number of times, and here is a view from the beach looking back towards Business Bay, and you can see Amna Tower on the right there. Safa Park is not yet completely finished, but it's it's one of the oldest parks in Dubai, and when it is done, it will link the Business Bay to the beach, and it's just green. And this is the new the master plan for the water park, which is for the front. So as you come out of the canal, this will be on the beach, and it's very beautiful, and I'm going to say something very clever about it. The most important thing I want to get over is, and the reason I'm back doing this is because Dubai is on everybody's tongue again. As wealthy people are running away from COVID, they're moving here. We've had an influx of people looking for space to work and live. And as soon as they arrive, they discover the lack of taxes, how easy it is to do business, and how good the schools are. So it's no surprise that the volume of sales and the volume of transactions is up on last year, and that there's a real positive outlook about Dubai, which is also sort of supported by the fact that the Expo is here later in the year, and it's also the 50th anniversary. So hotels are filling up, schools are back working. The COVID success story means that Dubai is open for business. So what makes this a good investment is it gives both yield and a capital growth. I mean, you can tell it's just a beautiful apartment. So, it's true, rents are still soft in Dubai compared to 2 or 3 years ago. They're down 30-40% in certain areas. But something like this, which is new, bright, perfectly located, and ready to move in will be rentable first. So you should expect a sort of an 85 grand a year rental for a 1.4 million property. Trends were coming back. COVID was a big hit for Dubai, but properties like this are already seeing transactions where people are selling these all day long compared to the alternatives which you can find in the Burj. And here's just a straight comparison. On the left we have our Amna Tower room. It's bright, it's big, it's 973 square foot for a one bed. It's got views left and right, it's new and stylish, it's marble everywhere. And on the right you have a building from 4 or 5 years ago in the Burj. Now that one is more expensive. It's 1,750 dirhams a square foot, but it's a much smaller apartment. It doesn't have the views. It's built up all around it, and it's what I would call a more traditional sort of style of room. So that tells you three things. One, that you're going to have people who are going to move from downtown to here because they get everything they have in downtown, but for less money. Or you're going to have people upgrading to here because they can have something better than they have downtown for less money. And you're also going to have investors buying here because they can see that this 1,400 dirhams a square foot is going to be 1,750 in a few years' time. So we're projecting, it's 5% yield on rental, and we think a 5% per year growth is not unreasonable. Why not pick up the phone and have a chat to Paul? He's lived in Dubai for 30 years. He's been buying and selling real estate for over 15. He's done many hundreds of transactions, and he was responsible for managing the property portfolio for Norway's largest investment fund for a number of years. So I apologise for the picture. He'll hate it, but why not give him a ring?